In today's health headlines, the tie between marijuana use and anxiety, a fun and effective way to reduce body fat, and the health benefits of quitting smoking even after many years. Joining us today is Dr. F. Perry Wilson, Yale Medicine physician, Associate Professor of Medicine at Yale School of Medicine. Welcome to you on this Monday.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. All right, a new study looks at the link between anxiety and marijuana use. What do we know about that?
This is absolutely a huge study coming out of Canada. They had records for more than 12 million people. And what they did is they took people with no history of anxiety and identified those that ended up in the emergency room for a marijuana-related issue, usually, some kind of marijuana intoxication. Well, it turned out that over the next 3 years, the rate of a new anxiety diagnosis was somewhere between 15 and 20% in that group. And that's about 3 times higher than the general population. Now, that's not to say necessarily that marijuana causes anxiety. It might be that people who have undiagnosed anxiety disorder are using marijuana, but the link is fairly strong, and it's something we should probably be aware of.
I can't wait to see more numbers on that as the years go on. For those trying to lose weight, other new research shows putting on your dancing shoes might help. Comments?
Yeah, it's always nice to find something that can be healthy that's also fun, and dancing might just do it. This was a study that came out a couple of weeks ago combining all the research that randomized people to dance versus something else for weight loss, and dance worked pretty well. It's not, going to turn you from, into a bodybuilder or anything like that, but the average people who were assigned to the dance group lost between 5 and 15 pounds, a couple of inches in waist circumference as well. And this is dancing about 3 times a week for 45 minutes or so, and most of them had a great time doing it.
Any particular dance or just whatever?
Anything that gets your heart beating a little bit faster, which I think is most of them.
Absolutely. All right. And for those looking to quit smoking, what does a new large analysis study tell us about kicking the habit?
Well, I think some good news for people who have struggled with smoking. This was one of the largest smoking studies that has come out in a while, of more than 1.2 million people. And what it found was it looked at death, the relationship between smoking and death, and found that smokers, active smokers, were about 2 to 3 times as likely to die of something over the next few years as their non-smoking counterparts. But here's the good news. It turned out if you quit smoking, by 10 years, your risk of death was the same as someone who had never smoked. And the risk starts decreasing after just 3 years. So you see some benefits right away. This was also true no matter how old you were when you quit. So even if you were 60, 70 years old when you quit, that benefit in terms of life expectancy starts clocking in just a few years after you quit. So there's no excuse now, I'm afraid.
There you go. All right. Dr. F. Perry Wilson, thanks so much for being with us.
Anytime.